Templo Mayor, located in modern Mexico City, was built between 1375 and 1520 CE. It was rebuilt and expanded over this period in 7 different building phases. The temple itself is made of stone, yet only remnants of it survive today. There are 2 grand staircases that lead to twin towers, one dedicated to the god Tlaco, the deity of water and rain associated with agricultural fertility, and the other dedicated to another god, the patron deity of the Mexico City, associated with warfare, fire, and sun. At the base of the second tower, a stone monolith called the Calaxiki stone was found. It depicts a naked, dismembered, and decapitated woman. There are bones arising from her legs, and in the background, which is an unusual portrayal, especially of a woman. There are bells on her cheeks, which give her the name that's translated to bells her cheeks. This stone was to resemble an Aztec myth. The myth is that one day, Bells Her Cheeks was enraged and rounded up 400 brothers to storm up Snaky Mountain and kill Snaky Skirt. One of the sons, however, the patron god, decapitates Bells Her Cheeks instead. 2 other objects were found buried in Templo Mayor. One is the calendar stone and the other an Olympic-style mask. The calendar stone, otherwise known as the sunstone, resembles a sun with rays protruding around the sides. In the center there is a gruesome face with deep-set eyes, a wide mouth, a tongue hanging out, and large ear ornaments. There are clawed hands on the side, possibly holding human hearts.
Hide painting of the Sun Dance, painted by Cosiago at the Wind River Reservation in Wyoming between 1890 and 1900, is typical of Eastern Shoshone tradition. As Native Americans have a strong belief in respecting nature, they use every part of an animal when killed, which is why they use the hide for their paintings. They also use pigments found in nature, meaning the materials incorporated in the painting are completely natural, reflecting their respect for Earth. The painting itself depicts several traditional Native American dances, including the Sun Dance, which honors the creator deity. However, the United States government had banned this dance until 1935, which demonstrates how modernization can disconnect humans from nature. The painting also depicts many animals, including horses and buffaloes, which the Native Americans highly respected, conveying Native American traditions and daily life to them. Cosiago stated he wanted to affirm his Native identity. The government wanted the Native Americans to abandon their traditions and become westernized, but Cosiago's painting stood against that.
The Cliff Palace, built by the Ensari people at the Mesa Verde National Park in Colorado, was built between 15,000 and 13,000 CE. The palace demonstrates how Indigenous culture had great respect for the nature through their architecture, rather than destroying what was already there. They reformed it and made it a place they could live. They also highly considered weather patterns in their design, ensuring that the sun would heat the palace in the winter, but it would remain shady and cool in the summer. The Manzanita Castle National Monument was built by ancestral Puebloan, and the park was established in 1906. The palace is built into soft limestone cliffs in Arizona, which once again shows how humans can manipulate nature to make architecture. When white settlers found the palace, they assumed that it had been built for Manzanita, the ruler of the Aztec Empire.
All 4 pieces of art demonstrate an appreciation for nature. The temple was built according to Earth's formation. The hide painting shows a respect for nature, especially animals, and Native American culture. The 2 cliff architectures are examples of using what is given by nature and building from it rather than destroying it.
Palace and Manzanita Castle, as they are all pieces of architecture. Their architectural layout are all significant. Templo Mayor was constructed as a place of worship, and the Cliff Palace and the Manzanita Castle built into a mountain to provide refuge and shelter. The hide painting and the sun dance relate to the cliff architecture since they all incorporate materials that have been given to these people by nature.
Thematically, Templo Mayor is similar to the hide paintings of Sundance, as they were both constructed or created to reflect on the cultural and religious practices of the Indigenous people. Their appreciation, dedication, and relationship to nature is crucial to their cultural practices and is reflected in their artwork.